You know, sometimes you watch something and it resonates with you. There's just something, you can't put your finger on it, but it means something. You know, it gives you that feeling of a connection with somebody who's just the same as you. I mean, we're all human, but who's accomplished something so great. Watching that episode today from Peter McKinnon, man, you did something. You started something great that's been going on for so long, but I don't think we truly appreciate how great it actually is. I mean, we all saw the emotion that you experienced when you first saw the photo. It's an emotion that only when you receive or you give something like that can you understand something so complete. So you got me thinking about something I did this past year, something I haven't done before, but something that just felt right, you know? And it truly was the gift of photography. Ever since I was a kid, my dad had a passion for photography, and he used to have a lot of great prints. I guess I acquired that through him. I acquired the taste, the understanding, the fulfillment, and the skill. But I think you're right. I don't think there's a skill to it. It's an art. It's an understanding. It's something we can all do. It's something we can all share. Sure, a more expensive camera and a better lens takes a better photo, but there's a feeling and an emotion attached to each photo that you take. And I think when you understand what that emotional attachment is, that's what makes you a good photographer. When you can seize the moment and truly capture what is going on and how it relates to you and your audience. So 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago, we took a trip up to the Yukon Territory in Canada. Absolutely magnificent place, gorgeous. A place that makes you feel, in retrospect to the world, the actual size that we are as a human. It's a place that you can't describe the feeling. The mountains are towering monsters. The lakes are like oceans surrounded by mountains. It really provides you a self-centered look on life. We're tearing across these lakes, and during this time, it was absolute perfect. The lakes were like glass, absolutely picture perfect. I don't know how many thousands of photos I took on this trip, and granted, I was just starting out with a new D7200, and I can say that I wasn't terrible, because no matter what picture you take, you're not terrible. But I had a couple kit lenses on there, and I was shooting some video on an Nikon, which I'm sure we all know how that went. It was absolutely terrible. And so we come around the tip of this little island, per se, and we work our way across, and it pans out, and you can see the reflection all across the entire lake. You can see Kalani National Park to your right and run all the way down the length of the mountains. Snow-capped peaks in the distance, and a perfect reflection across the lake. So of course the video doesn't do it justice, but at that exact moment, I saw a picture that you cannot stage. Something that just came across my mind, and as the camera passed behind my dad's head and he's looking off to the right, I thought, wow, that's the shot that will live with him forever. So I quickly panned to the right, finished what I thought was going to be a great video, snapped that off, flipped it over to manual mode, turned around, and that exact moment in time, he turns his head, tilts up, and looks off into the distance. And you can just feel the sense of awe-inspiring greatness. I took the picture. It was one shot. That was all I got. Before too many ripples came across the water from our wake, before he turned his head, looked up, grabbed his camera, that one shot out of thousands of photos from the entire trip was his gift on Father's Day last year. The feeling I got creating that shot, editing it out, putting it on a metal print and sending it to him, it's just something that words can't describe. You really can't. So, the true gift of photography is receiving but giving. And I think we can all learn a lot from that. I think there's so much and there's so many things that we have yet to understand. We have yet to experience. But when you capture somebody else in the moment, and they have no idea that you got that photo until you share it with them, that's a true gift, by giving your gift of photography skills to them as a memory that stays forever.